Hello, my name is Skylar, and in this tutorial, I will be going over how I created my Gephi graphs. First off, I start by going into the dashboard of the developer portal. Here, I'll click on the keys and tokens. This is where I get the information in order to fill in the credentials. So the first two codes that you will need is the API key and secret. You're going to hit regenerate, and then you're going to copy each code, and then you're going to go here and copy the access token and secret. I can't do it because I already have my credentials in there, and if I regenerate, then I'll have to fill it in all over again. So here we are at the Gephi. The first thing that you want to do is click Tools, scroll down to Plugins, click on Plugins, click Available Plugins, and in here you should be able to see the Twitter streaming importer. Mine is not here because I have already added it, but this is where you would go to get your Twitter importer. Click Close here. Then it should be available here somewhere in this section. So then you'll see the bar for the Twitter streaming importer. And earlier when we were on the Twitter developer page and you would enter those codes here into the credentials, I would click on mine, but then we're not allowed to reveal our personalized codes. Next, you are going to add in your hashtags. So for my graph, I added in hashtag COVID-19 and then click on add. And my second hashtag was COVID vaccine and then click add. Once you have that, you're going to go down to choose network logic to apply, and you're going to choose user network. After that, then you will click connect. Once you click connect, you should start seeing some activity on this blank graph. So once you give Gephi some time, you'll see here it will start to populate with nodes and edges, and nodes are just the people that are talking about or hashtagging the two hashtags that I entered here, which is COVID vaccine and COVID-19. And these lines are the edges, which tells you how they are connected. So when I hover over one node, it'll highlight the other nodes that it's connected to. And so if I bring you here to data laboratory, you'll see the nodes here. So the Twitter accounts that we're referring to are using the hashtag. And then the edges, you can see here it'll tell you if they just mentioned, quoted, or retweeted the person who originally used the hashtag. You can also color code the nodes and arrange them by different statistics. So how I do that is I'll run a modularity statistic graph, and it'll give me the report here along with the graph and some other information. And then if I click on modularity class, you'll see here that they are color coded. And so if I click apply, you can see how it changes the graph there. Okay, here, so you'll see here how the modularity class is color coded, and the color coded basically measures the strength in each network. You can also change the layout of your graph as well. In the tutorial, they use Gephi. You click on that and run it, but I personally don't care for it because it tends to separate my graph and spread it far apart, and so it's hard for me to see it as a whole on the screen. I've tried this first one. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like how it looks more organized here. So you can click run, and it basically, let me bring it over here. So you can see here how it's way more organized and clear to read. Then if you want to run a network overview, you click on the right hand side onto statistics, and you can see all of these reports that you can run, anywhere from number of nodes, number of edges, modularity, and so on and so forth. And also for the statistics, you can run the report, and down here it also gives you the option of saving this graph or making a copy or printing it out. After, you can close it. And for statistics, for some of the options on the statistics, specifically the number of nodes and edges, I had a hard time running because I didn't know what to enter into these fields. So I kind of just did without that graph. But everything else was pretty much available. This was the options that were available to me. And that is the end of how I was able to create my graph on Twitter based on the use of the two hashtags that I've inputted.